422, how's it going? Dr. Allen here. Assuming you know that. I am going to go ahead and share my screen. I will warn you right now, this will not be a long session because I think I said it last week, but this is normally the point of the semester where we're kind of doing micro teaching in class. Um, Being online, it's a little different this semester. And by the way, I'm going to go ahead and before I even start mumbling out some things, I want to give you all kudos because I like how a lot of you are just going ahead and recording in the classroom or your field placements, probably for 443, possibly 370 or 390. I like that you're doing that. I think the micro teaching, I love it. It's one of my favorite things to do when we're face to face because you all get to see different ideas and such. But if you're able to film out in the field, I think that's good because it's reality and it probably fits this class right now as it's made up in some ways better. But again, if you are filming on your own or differently or on the side because you can't film in the field, that is fine. Some of you have been really smart also, and I thought I said this, but in case I didn't, just to make sure, if the file is too big to submit on Sakai, which it probably will be, just load it up on OneDrive in your Shepherd when you log into your email. Let me just show you real quick, maybe, possibly. Right here, OneDrive, if you go into that, that should take most of your filming stuff. You can load it on there and just share it with me. That is totally acceptable. You can email it to me. I have a little folder in my email that is labeled specifically for 422 or 585, which is the graduate section of this. So with that being said, let me pull up our syllabus. I just want to kind of make sure we're on the same page with everything. Sorry, I had a hiccup. I'm not stopping filming. I've filmed so much stuff this semester. I'm not stopping, sorry. Here we go. Down here, I'm sure you're filming a lot too. You'll be filming a lot next semester because some of you are going to be doing it TPA. So couple things. One, this is the 16th through the 22nd. By the way, a few of you have emailed me again, and I thought I clarified this, and if I did not, shame on me, but just to make sure you're not having any type of concerns. That, where it says C3 unit plan, that was my dream when we were meeting face-to-face. I was going to take you to the computer lab, and we were going to kind of work on it and do an inquiry-based unit plan based on, how can I say this? That template and that link that I sent you, I like that. That was something I discovered over the summer. I wanted to incorporate it. It just, as the semester started to get a little closer, I got a little bit of cold feet, mostly because if we weren't together and I couldn't work with you for a night or anything to get you used to it, I didn't want to introduce that template. So I thought it was safer to kind of stick with the old 370 style one that I used. So even though it says C3, it's not a C3 unit plan. You can incorporate aspects of C3, like if you're using documents and things like that. But really what I'm looking for is just your traditional base looking lesson plan. If you look at the template, which is up under week 5, which I kept open, I think I sent an email out on that. If you look, the template and all the unit plan materials, which is there, the template and the template checklist, that will take care of everything that you need to kind of mention and do. So anyway, I'm going to resend that out just to be on the safe side. Actually, you know what I'm going to do right now while we're on here, just so I know you have it. I am going to, maybe you're getting this like live and then right when it's happening, I'm going to save that to my desktop, and I'm going to make sure that I send this out to you all. You're getting some boring like actual stuff right live and in person, but I'm going to go ahead and do that and export it to Word because I'm on a Mac right now. I'm just going to do that. That's your checklist for your unit plan, just in case you didn't see it. Here's the other thing. Remember, it is just strictly basically your 370 style. Some of you are in 370 now. It should look very familiar. It should look somewhat like Dr. Tuttle's. But don't let that basically what I'm saying is don't let that C3 thing throw you off. So I think most everyone has contacted me at some point with questions about the unit plan. So I think we're good there. Um, let's open it and see what it says. Just wanted to make sure. There is a whole unit on this. I'm not going to rehash the whole thing on there because you can watch that recording that's already up. But as you can see, it just make sure you answer the questions that are there. Hopefully you're working on a lot of this already. And as it says there, you need to have multiple ones. Let's see. I think there's a summary page. There you go. 5 daily lesson plans. I think I've told you all I'll take 4 if they're well developed, if it looks like something that would spill over into 5 days. But that's the unit plan. That's your big thing that's due. That's coming up. It's the big project for the class, quite honestly. But micro teaching is up. Let's go back to syllabus. A couple other things. That's really it this week. I'm not going to break it down. Work on your unit plan. Here's the other thing I will say. I know everyone is out in the fields, either for 370 or 443. If you're watching videos just on a loop, if you have me for 380, you probably heard me do a whole long excuse. I've also been out in the field a lot watching and doing observations, so I'm a little bit behind. And grading. Apologies for that. I'm trying to get caught up, but I should be caught up by Friday as far as observations and then rehash back to grading. With all that being said, I know I have this whole week is Thanksgiving. I know the 23rd, 24th, and I believe 25th Shepherd is open. If you need those days to finish up your unit plan, that is fine. You have video documentation that I'm saying that. And then actually, they the following week, I think Tuesday or Wednesday, I'm sorry, is our first day back. I will do a video. I'm going to post it probably the week of Thanksgiving, and it'll be up for the 30th. That's related to your documentary reviews. I do want to talk about documentaries a little bit because they're such a common thing that we use in social studies. And actually for the final, your final is the documentary review, and I'll talk about that. Don't worry about any of that just yet, though. The 2 things you really need to worry about are your micro teaching and the unit plan. You get those 2 things done, you'll be good to go. I promise my goal is that when we come back from break, everything will be graded. That's just as simple as I can make it. I'm just going to hold myself to that. So hopefully it'll be really cold out. I won't be tempted to go outside and hit golf balls, and I can sit around and just let the turkey settle and things like that. So that's kind of it. Unit plan, unit plan, unit plan, unit plan, unit plan, unit plan. Micro teaching, micro teaching, micro teaching. If you need help, contact. Everyone here has been doing great. Like I say, I know I've said it repeatedly, but as far as reviews and blogs and flip grids, we are done with the flip grids, I believe. Last week was our last one that was posted. Also, I know I said if you went to some of this stuff, I would give you exemptions. We'll make sure that all the grading stuff is up to date related to that. I think I got everyone for when the Bird Center came. But just make sure that I have things, graded if you've emailed it and all. I should be pretty well caught up. Everything I think through the second should actually be graded. I'm going to check. I did the Flipgrid 9s, and I can't remember if I posted them. I will, why don't I look? Well, no, I don't want to look because there's your grades up there. Take that back. I'll double check and make sure that Flipgrid postings are graded. I'm sorry, are up on Sakai. I made myself laugh. I will make sure that the grades on Flipgrid are posted for Flipgrid 9. I think I emailed them to you directly to probably your Google accounts. But anyway, that's it. Look at me. I'm babbling and talking about nonsense. Flipgrid are done. Lesson plans or unit plans with 4 to 5 lessons. I'm going to say it all one more time. Unit plan, 4 to 5 lessons within it. Use the template that is posted. Don't forget the checklist. Micro teaching. Quizzes. I think I've updated the quiz grades. I told you it's a participation type thing because I thought there was too many questions that kind of sidetracked with editions of the book. We'll talk about the documentary review after the break. I'll have that posted, but I'm going to try to have that posted the week of Thanksgiving. I'm not telling you to watch it over Thanksgiving break, unless if your family's arguing about politics, maybe you might want to watch it. I don't know. So that being said, that's it. I hope everyone's hanging in there. I know everyone's probably getting pretty stressed out or at least tired from all the observations and placements and registration and things like that. And also everyone that's in this class with advising, thanks for hanging in there. I know there was a little bit of headaches with approvals and things like that. That was across the board. For some reason, I think there was some sort of confusion related to getting openings done. Everyone was a little behind on some of that. It wasn't anyone's fault. I think everything's just so compressed this semester that just getting things through. But hopefully, the long story short, everyone got into classes that they needed to get into. I believe all course substitutions. A lot of you needed. I think, gosh, everyone in here might have gotten a course substitution. And I think about it because a lot of you needed that one section of history electives. I have a feeling a lot of you are going to be in the same class for one of the history classes. I believe the 400 to 1000 class, but it's not everyone, but a lot of you I think are in it, and a couple of you I think are student teaching next semester. So with all that being said, hang in there, unit plan, micro teaching, and at the end we'll do democracy review, the documentary review, those three things, and we'll call it a day. Talk to you all later.